Hello, everybody, and welcome back to the second day of Joe Biden's week. Today, I'm going to be doing a prediction between Joe Biden and Ted Cruz. We got a lot of interesting predictions to come this week. You got a Biden versus DeSantis prediction, Biden versus Josh Hawley, Biden versus. I'm not going to be doing Donald Trump because I did a Trump versus Biden one in Trump's week, but I'm going to do a Biden versus Ron DeSantis prediction, of course, and a few other big predictions. So today it's going to be Biden versus Ted Cruz. Ted Cruz, of course, we all know, came in second place in the Republican nomination cycle back in 2016. Still a pretty popular Republican, and definitely could win the nomination if Trump decides not to run. So without further ado, let's get right into our safe Biden states. Safe Biden states, I'm going to go with the usual 181. I know there was a recent poll with Patty Murray only up 9 points in Washington. You could see possibly that state come into single digits in 2022. But when you talk about national elections, 2024, I really don't see Washington really narrowing up below that 15-point threshold. But still, 181 for Biden, and I'll give Ted Cruz the 125 electoral votes. So let's fill these in. And there we have it, 181 to 185. Joe Biden defeats. No, I'm just kidding. We got to get into our likely Joe Biden states against Ted Cruz. I think that Joe Biden would be able to win the state of Colorado by a likely margin, as well as New Hampshire and Maine at large. Ted Cruz is not really, popular in the Northeast. I also think Biden would be able to win Virginia by a likely margin. Cruz would not be able to draw suburban women, similar to Trump, not really having that appeal. You'd have to probably nominate somebody like DeSantis or even Hawley, but not Cruz or Trump. And then Colorado, that's just, when you look at the trends, Colorado could possibly even be safe by 2024. But here we go. Let's head into our likely Cruz. Likely Cruz would be Iowa, Ohio, Maine second, Texas and Florida would not. When we look back at 2018, Texas came within 2 points or within 3 points against Beto O'Rourke, even though that was a blue wave year. You can understand that, but Ted Cruz, I think if it was a different candidate, Ted Cruz, the Republican might have done better. Ted Cruz, I don't really know how well he has that Texas appeal. It just has been a hard Republican state, so he's been able to win there, but I don't know how much longer he'll be able to carry that. Let's head into our lean Democrat races. Lean Joe Biden will be New Mexico and Minnesota. Those will be the only lean Joe, actually, as well as Nebraska second, not Nebraska's third. Lean Ted Cruz states. These would be Texas, Florida, North Carolina. All of these states would lean for Ted Cruz. He'd be able to win them pretty, I'd say each of them. Well, Texas and Florida, 3-ish points. Texas, maybe 4 points. North Carolina, 2 points. So North Carolina, 2, Florida, 3, Texas, 4, if I was just able to summarize those margins here. And I'd also give Ted Cruz the state of Wisconsin by a lean margin, getting him to 245 electoral votes, of course, within 25 of victory margins. Joe Biden would be able to win Georgia. I just don't think Ted Cruz has that appeal, and Joe Biden would be able to win there. Cruz is probably even worse than Trump with regards to Georgian appeal. And I think he may actually, I'll put it in the lean category also, actually, because I think Biden may be able to win Georgia 1 to 2 points, similar to Warnock's margins in 2021. Another tilt Biden race, this would be the state of Michigan, would tilt to Joe Biden. Ted Cruz, however, would tilt the state of Nevada and Arizona in his favor. Winning the Southeast, you've seen that Hispanic shift in popularity. And they're becoming more Republican. Ted Cruz is actually an Hispanic, and he was born in Canada and now serves as a senator in the United States. So a bit strange. He's got that whole North American appeal, I guess. And I think he'd be able to win in Nevada and Arizona. And I think you could see Arizona have a little bit of a shift back red, and I guess similar with Nevada. So the final state it all comes down to is the state of Pennsylvania, that Rust Belt state. Who will it go to, Joe Biden or Ted Cruz? I think that Joe Biden will be able to hold on to the state of Pennsylvania barely, probably less than 0.5%. But Ted Cruz, I just don't think he can drive out that working class support. And I think that Joe Biden will be able to win there. So the only Rust Belt state that goes red is Wisconsin. I see that pretty much happening with almost every Republican candidate, given the trend in the Rust Belt to a conservative, trend. This is how I see that election going: 276 to 272. Joe Biden defeats Ted Cruz in the thinnest of margins. You could argue Ted Cruz would win Pennsylvania, but I just don't see it happening at this time. Anyway, with that, thank you guys so much for watching. Please make sure to subscribe to the YouTube channel. We are getting really close to 450 subscribers, and then overall 500 subscribers. Finally can make community posts. Please let me know what you think of my prediction below in the comments. Like the video and stay tuned for more.